But I'm going to go to my underappreciated performer of the week, mate. And he's a man that you probably, we've never really spoke of in terms of Arsenal. We've never really spoke of in terms of big name players, high profile, high transfer players coming into this league in the summer, and a lot of them struggling, Rob, and we can pick out. Well, I'm going to tell you about Martin Zubimendi, my friend.
Yeah.
Who's come into this football club very, very unannounced, very under the radar. I saw a couple of brilliant quotes. I mean, I had him on my little list, as you know. We make a few notes as we watch a game. I'm thinking Zubimendi, mate, is the control freak that allows Declan Rice to be Declan Rice. It allows Odegaard to be Odegaard. That just gives that back two that's great, best centre-back pairing and thing. They've got a guy in front of him. And I heard Declan Rice, and I was so pleased he said it after to back up. Declan Rice said, don't underestimate this guy, that he's come from the Liga and doesn't understand physicality. He said he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, but he's got one of the best football brains I've worked around. And he says, I learn every day of training when I'm around him, which I thought was a brilliant statement for somebody like a Declan Rice, who gets the headlines, who gets the man of the match, who people are talking to one of the best midfield players in the world. But he'll also tell you that there's a guy who sits behind him, Rob, who gets none of the plaudits. He's grabbed himself a few goals. He's grabbed himself an assist or two. That's not the main thing he was bought for. But there's a guy who sits behind him who gives them the control of the game to allow Arsenal to be who they are in that midfield.
Yeah, it's a great shout. It's a great shout, Rob. I think we've mentioned him a little bit in previous games about knitting things together. He looks really, really good. But you bring it up at a really good point in the season. He does a great job, Rob. But what they do, Arsenal now, or often, those central defenders, they split deep in possession. Yeah. He drops in between the two of them and just knits it together all the time. He's always deep of the ball. So he's always that available pass back to keep things going. It was a good day for Arsenal midfield when you think about it. The goal scorer of Rice, the passing ability of Odegaard, and the knitting together and defensive protection of Zubimendi. That's your perfect balanced three midfield players. So I really like the shout, Zubimendi. Really like it. And you're right. If all the players come into the league for big money, not that he was huge money, but he's been one of the best that's settled in very quickly. So, another good day for Arsenal, good day for their midfield and Mikel Arteta. And given the Man City result, they now sit Robbie Earle 6 points clear after 20 games. There's been a bit of talk about the only thing that's going to beat them is themselves. Just one thought about their mentality, Rob, or their confidence level going into the second half.
For some reason, Rob, I don't see it getting in the way so much now. I don't know why. There's a bit of belief that's changed. Yeah, it feels a bit different. The beliefs change. I think now you look around that dressing room and say, even with injuries, Rob, we're still pretty deep. We still
really
got
deep,
we got people who can come in and make difference. We've got people hitting form. I thought Matchweek, as I say, does a good job. You got Jesus coming off the bench, can Havertz to come off the bench, Marino, Eze, who's sat down a little bit. Next time he gets on the pitch, he's going to be going a million miles an hour to show that he's going to be in the side. So things going just as I think Mikel Arteta would like.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.